It's December, which means we are making holiday recipes all month long, and today we're gonna make some Christmas crack. I think there's a lot of different names for this, but I either call it cracker candy or Christmas crack. First, get you a big old pan or just a regular size cookie sheet. You're gonna line this with aluminum foil, and then spray it very generously with cooking spray. And don't skip this part, otherwise you're not gonna be able to get your cracker candy off of the tray. You can either make this with graham crackers or saltines. Either one works. My family just happens to like it with the graham crackers better. Take your graham crackers and line them up to where they're all touching on this tray. I'll show you when I'm done. Calm down. Okay, that's what it's looking like. And on the edges here, as you can see, I broke them up so they would fit on this edge too. Now we're at the stove. I have a small saucepan here. We're gonna add in 2 sticks of butter and let that melt down. Once the butter's melted down, we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of light brown sugar or so. Whisk this together, and then you're gonna bring it to a low simmer and you're gonna let it go for 5 minutes, but you're gonna whisk the whole time so you don't burn it. All right, our mixture's done. This part we gotta move a little fast. We're going to pour this over the crackers. Take a spatula and just spread it over your crackers. And you gotta kind of do it lightly so your crackers don't move out of place. All right, that's what it's looking like. Now this is gonna go into a 350-degree oven for 7 minutes. All right, here it is out of the oven, and we have to work fast on this part. All right, you're gonna need 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. These set up better than just the milk chocolate. That's a piece of plastic. We don't want that on there. You're gonna sprinkle these as evenly as possible over the top, and then I'm gonna eat these 2 off the counter. The residual heat from the oven is going to melt this chocolate, so just let it sit for about 2 minutes. All right, I think they're ready. I tested a little spot, and if they're not, you can start spreading and then let it sit a little bit longer. You're gonna lightly just go over this and spread your chocolate out. All right, now before your chocolate sets up, this is where you wanna put your toppings on. You can pretty much put whatever you want on there. Sometimes I do walnuts, which is my favorite, but today we're gonna do Heath Bar, which is Bubba's favorite. And I just bought the kind that are already crunched up. You can get this in the bacon aisle. Baking, not bacon. Although crumbled bacon might be good on this. Because it's Christmas crack, we're gonna add some Christmas color sprinkles on here as well, which this part is optional if you don't want to spend the extra money on this. And there it is, all done. You're just gonna wait for this to set up. Normally, I'm not gonna lie, I normally set it in the fridge for a little while, and we'll be back when it's done so I can show you what it looks like. Oh, here it is after it's all set up. Somebody already got into it. All right, and then here it is all broken up. You can do it in different sizes. Now, if you decide to do this with the saltines, it's the same exact process. You do everything the same, you just use saltine crackers instead.